Hi, so today I want to do like a mini reading for all of the zodiac signs. On my little tarot cloth here, I actually have all of the signs. It's sort of like a birth chart kind of idea. So I have Aries all the way through Pisces. So what I want to do is I want to pull a card for every one of the signs. I think I want to do two tarot cards and one oracle card from my Black Moon Astrology oracle deck. And I want to do like a little mini reading. So what is it that you need to hear right now? And in the description box, as well as the pinned comment, I will put all the timestamps. I would say watch this for your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. That is kind of what I'm feeling. Maybe if you feel inclined to also watch the one for your Mars sign, because I feel like that's your drive and where you can actually do something with. So I'm gonna shuffle the cards. I'm using my modern, I'm moving this all over the place. I'm using my modern witch tarot deck. Ooh, okay, I got the first one. I'm just gonna speed this through and I'll be back to you. So we have a bunch of cards here. I'm gonna start with Aries. We have the Six of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. With the Two of Pentacles, I want to say that, I mean, you're an Aries. You are usually very intense and you are all about go, go, go. And I feel like the Two of Pentacles is saying, kind of slow it down, kind of ground yourself, especially when it comes to finances. You have to learn to be a little bit more flexible, or sometimes I feel like this could also mean be less flexible. So maybe people have been kind of trying you. So with the Six of Swords, I feel like you have kind of been wanting to escape. There is something going on right now that, oh, fireworks, which is very fitting for Aries, I feel like. But with the Six of Swords, I feel like there's something in your life that you've been wanting to escape, that you've been wanting to get away from. And with the Two of Pentacles, I kind of want to say that you've been juggling things. You have multiple things on your plate right now, and I feel like your solution is to kind of get away with it. But I feel like you're an Aries. You should go headfirst into this. I don't want to say conflict, I want to say confrontation. I know Aries are very good at going at confronting other people, and if this actually relates to other people, you having a problem with other people, I think that the best thing for you is to actually confront them about it. I also always feel like with the Two of Pentacles, it's about priorities, and you need to sort out your own priorities. Look at what is important to you right now and what it is that you need. I just kind of want to say, pick your own priorities. You're an Aries, you don't have to take shit from anybody else. You are your own person and you don't need to bend over backwards to please other people. I feel like Aries usually are not really people pleasers, but sometimes we do, and I say we because I have an Aries moon, we do want to, we want other people to like us, but sometimes it's more important to put yourself and your own needs first. So that is what I want to say for you. And let's pull an astrology card for you. What kind of energies, what kind of message do you need to hear? I actually pulled the Aries card. Yeah, I would say if there is something happening in your life right now that you are not happy with, don't run away from it, but be your driven Aries self and go ahead with the confrontation. Pick yourself, do what is good for you, and yeah, try to get out of it what you need to get out of it, is what I want to say for you, Aries. I think it's super funny that we actually got the Aries card here. So that is what I want to say for you, Aries. So I'm gonna put these here so we know we had Aries. And we're gonna go on to Taurus. So for Taurus right here, I have the Moon and the Chariot, which is interesting that we have two major arcana cards here. So I feel like there is something that your intuition tells you to do, and I feel like this reading is telling you to go with your intuition, because the Moon is all about your intuition. It's also about mystery, so there's something maybe that is going on right now that is kind of a mystery to you, something that you are finding, maybe waiting on information. And the Chariot, I always feel like, is a card that talks about success as well as a journey. So maybe you are starting a journey. Maybe it even means buying a new car or a new vehicle. Maybe that is not a car for you. Maybe that's a bike or another way of transportation. But I feel like the Chariot here is about determination, confidence, that you need to be more confident in yourself. That is something that you need to hear right now, as well as well, the journey. You're about to go on a journey, whether that is with your intuition or something that your intuition tells you to do. The Chariot also kind of says go for it. So I think it is time to just get stuff done. And if there is something that you kind of have been putting off, I think it is time to go for it. And I know Taurus can sometimes be a little bit lazy. So the Chariot is kind of saying, get off your butt and go do the thing that you feel like you should do right now. I'm also gonna pull an astrology card, and this is Mars, which to me is all about drive. So I feel like it is saying, yeah, the Chariot is saying, get off your butt and do the thing that you wanted to do. And I feel like Mars is always kind of associated with creativity and with your drive and with your ambition. I think you need to hear right now that your intuition and your ambition may be the same thing. And that you should go for it. You should go for your ambition, basically. That is, I think that is what you need to hear right now. That is the message that I have for you here. We have the message for Gemini. So I have the Three of Pentacles, which is to me all about collaboration, and that you need to be collaborating with people to be more successful. And being a Gemini, I feel like working together with people is something that comes kind of naturally to you. And with the Empress here, I definitely see a powerful feminine energy. Maybe that is somebody that is already in your life, or maybe that is you. Maybe you need to embrace your, I don't want to say femininity, but more like your strength. You need to embrace yourself. And I feel like the Empress is also about nourishing yourself, so taking care of yourself. Maybe there is a collaboration going on right now that you feel like you're not getting enough out of. And I want to say that this kind of tells you that you should take better care of yourself. The Empress could also signify maybe a pregnancy, or something to do with parenting, whether that is you being a parent, or reconnecting with one of your parents, or maybe even your parents-in-law. They are gonna play a big part. I feel like they play a big part in this message for you. Of course, I don't know your life personally, so I'm not really able to put this into your life, specifically, but maybe this is something that feels accurate to you. I feel like you should do more regarding self-love. I think you should embrace your own self-love and build stronger connections with maybe your children, maybe your siblings or your parents. Also with this collaboration with collaborating together on a project. And I also feel like the Empress could maybe signify something to do with love for you. So maybe that means you're finding a new love, like in a new relationship, or maybe it could also be just love for yourself, that you need to put more energy and care into yourself, is what I want to say. And the astrology card is 9th house, faith. I always find this house a little interesting. So the ninth house is all about mental exploration. So I feel like the self-love, the collaboration, maybe has to do with your studying. So maybe if you are currently studying, if you are in college or in high school or whatever kind of school that you are in, collaborating is going to be important, but you're not going to have to forget yourself, and that you are here, you are studying, you are doing this for yourself. The ninth house is also about long distance travel, and I know that many of us, pretty much all of us, haven't been able to actually travel long distances because of the pandemic, and maybe that is something that you have been missing. The interesting image here that we see on the card is a hand with the lines. If you do, I forget the name of it, but basically reading palms, and it is also holding a little Ouija board. So I want to say it is also has something to do with spirituality. Maybe you want to pick up spirituality more, and that is something that you need to hear right now. So a little bit of a different kind of reading for you, Gemini, but I hope you have found this helpful. For the sign of Cancer, I have two cards, and we have the Fool and we have the Knight of Wands. In the Fool, I definitely see new beginnings. There has been something that maybe has been burdening you, and you are just feeling like you want to start over. I know 2020 has been a tough year for many of us, and I feel like you just kind of want to start over. You want to feel free. And I see that in the Knight of Wands as well. You want to be more free-spirited. You want to be more creative. I feel like Cancer is a very creative sign already, and I feel like maybe you haven't been feeling your most creative. Maybe you feel like your creativity has kind of been I don't want to say stripped away, but maybe you haven't been feeling as creative. And this message, I think, says that you should try and pick up your creativity. There are multiple ways to do it. Sometimes you just have to force yourself, and you'll kind of glide into it naturally if you are naturally creative. Sometimes it means that you can meditate, and it will kind of come to you that way. Or maybe you want to watch some YouTube videos on the creative thing that you have been wanting to do. But with the Knight of Wands, I see that you are done sitting still, and you want to pick up creativity. You want to be more free-spirited as well. Maybe you have been feeling very contained. I see that in both the Fool and the Knight of Wands. I think that you are done sitting still and done, I don't want to say you have been doing nothing, but you want to do more. You want to, I feel like saying, reach your more full potential, and I want to say that you have it in you. I don't really know what else to make of these cards. I think the message is pretty clear, and I really hope it resonates with you. I do want to pull the card Third House, or I want to pull the Black Moon astrology card, and the card is the Third House. And the third house relates to your own self-expression, and I think it's super fitting that you want to express yourself more. And the third house also talks about the way you think and you speak and you write. So maybe there's something in there creatively that you've been wanting to do. Maybe you wanted to take up public speaking, even start a YouTube channel, or with writing, maybe you have been wanting to write a book, something else creative wise that you have been wanting to start, especially because the Fool is also about new beginnings and starting something new. Yeah, I think that is a reading for Cancer. It was really kind of quick, but I feel like the message came pretty strongly to me. So I really hope you resonated with your message. Now we're gonna go to Leo, and I have the Knight of Pentacles and I have the Queen of Pentacles. What I always find interesting with the Knight of Pentacles is that the person on the horse is pretty much standing still. So maybe you have been sitting at a standstill. Not much has been happening. Either not much has been happening to you, or you're kind of frozen still and you don't know you kind of don't know what the next step should be or is gonna be. It can either feel very stable to be at one still place, or you have to be cautious to not stay in one place for too long. I know that Leo are known for being loyal. Maybe you have been in a job that you feel very loyal to your boss, but maybe you don't feel like you want to be in that job anymore. Maybe you're staying in your job because you're loyal to your boss. I don't know why I'm thinking of work. This could go for a relationship, for your family, maybe the house where you're living. It could relate to any one of those things. But yeah, and it feels nice to have that stability, but maybe you need to kind of give up that stability to be able to do more. And the Queen of Pentacles is also about stability and living almost like a simple life. You know, that you can see that she doesn't have a lot surrounding her. If the Queen is supposed to be you, this says that it's time to nurture and care either for yourself or maybe for a friend, for somebody else. I feel like this reading could mean either one of two things. So maybe you are currently in a very stable job, in a very stable place, in a stable house, and you want to keep it that way. You could see this as a reading for, yeah, like I said, you being in the right place right now and not much needs to happen. Or if you are currently, even though it is like a stable job, a stable place that you're in right now, maybe you feel stuck and you want to do something with that. Maybe it is time to take action. I'm gonna pull a card from my Black Moon Astrology deck, and we got Saturn. We got Saturn, which is the planet of responsibility, and it kind of symbolizes the ethics of hard work. So you probably have worked really hard to currently be in this stable environment, or you're gonna have to work hard to get to a stable environment. If that is something that you are craving. I feel like you have been very patient in the past already, maybe to actually get here, to get to your to get to the place where you want to be with stability, or maybe you're gonna have to be a little bit more patient and work even harder to get there. But if you are not there already, I feel like this reading is telling you that you are gonna get there. That is the reading for Leo, and now I'm gonna get into the reading for Virgo. I don't read my card in reversal. So the Three of Swords, it looks really sad. It kind of talks about heartbreak and sorrow, betrayal, loneliness. So maybe there's gonna be somebody. It looks very strange here because on one hand you have the Three of Swords, which could signify either a heartbreak, maybe your heart has been broken, you have been feeling betrayed by somebody, whether that is a friend or somebody that you are in a romantic relationship with. It could be one of those things. That is something that either has happened to you already, or maybe it's gonna happen. I don't want to freak you out, but on the other hand, here we have the Sun, which is more of a positive kind of card, where you see the sun is shining and the sunflowers are growing, and you see this happy little kid riding a horse. And even though you may have been hurt by somebody, I feel like you're gonna come out of the situation even more confident than you were before. You're gonna even celebrate the fact that you were let down, because now this toxic person is out of your life and you can move on with your own life, and you can focus on yourself. So the card of the Sun is associated with the Sun in astrology, which is all about you. Because, you know, all of the planets in this universe revolve around the Sun. And maybe it is a good thing that you were able to cut off somebody that was toxic, or maybe multiple people who were toxic to you, whether that is a friend, a romantic partner, family, something like that. And now it is time to focus on yourself. And I think you should do that. I think it's a good thing to focus on yourself and to gain the confidence that you should have because you are awesome. And the card that I want to pull for you from the Black Moon, or the card that I pulled for you from my Oracle deck, is the 11th house, which is with friends. And I feel like you have been betrayed by somebody, or somebody is gonna maybe stab you in the back even, or you're gonna let go of some toxic people in your life. After that, you can look after yourself, you can do what is good for you, and then you can focus on the friends, or in the meantime, you can focus on the friends that you do have, the people in your life that you do have that care for you, and focus more of your energy and time on them as well. Because if you have positive people in your life, it's gonna reflect on you and on your life. The 11th house doesn't only signify friends, but also hopes and long-term dreams and goals. I just pulled this in another reading for a pick card that I just filmed. And with the 11th house, I feel like it's also important to focus on your long-term dreams. So besides the reading that I just did for you, I think it's important for you to focus on what it is that you want to do long term. I already started your reading, but I wasn't filming Libra. Okay, so for Libra, we have the Knight of Cups and the Six of Cups. And with the cups, I always associate emotions. So maybe you are currently in a very emotional place, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because I think it's good to be in touch with your own emotions. So the Knight of Cups is usually regarding something romantic. You're Prince Charming, and since you are a Libra who is ruled by Venus, I think this is very fitting. But there is something, maybe you already have found your Prince Charming, and this is a way of saying that you have found a good one. But maybe this means that the person for you that is gonna be your Prince Charming is coming. Or maybe it even means that you need to be your own Prince Charming for a while. And with the Six of Cups, it talks more about nostalgia. So maybe you have been, I don't know why this comes to mind, but maybe you have been thinking about your ex. Maybe you feel like the Prince Charming could be your ex. All I want to say to that is that there's usually a reason why you broke up. I feel like Libra is the kind of sign that, I'm sorry, I feel like Libra is the kind of sign that would go back to their ex just because it feels comfortable, but you don't have to. I would say ask your friends, because your friends usually know you well, and if you're thinking of going back to an ex, your friends will remember the bad things that you've said about your ex. Yeah, I don't know why I'm going on about that, but maybe that is something that you need to hear right now. So the Six of Cups can also be about your inner child and about your innocence. So it could, maybe you are pregnant, or maybe you somebody around you is pregnant, or you are feeling nostalgic, as in the way that other people around you are getting pregnant, are going on with their life, and you are feeling nostalgic for the way that it was. But I want to say that change isn't bad. I think you should kind of embrace change. So that is, I think that is what I want to say for Libra. What I want to say is, if you do think your ex or somebody else in your life could be your Prince Charming, I want you to look at this card and see that the person on this horse is looking at their own cup. They may be not as focused on you as you are on them. So I want to give you that warning. And with the Six of Cups, I also want to tell you that you are maybe being called to embrace your family and your friends with kindness and compassion. So I feel like this is all about love, but you need to be careful with who you love and who you give love to. I think that is an important thing that you need to hear right now, Libra. And I'm gonna pull a card from the Black Moon Astrology deck, and that is Uranus. And Uranus is the planet of mostly the planet of change, but it can also symbolize the element of surprise in your life. So there may be a surprise, a surprise waiting for you that can have to do with family, with something nostalgic, with friends. maybe even related to romance in your life. So yeah, a surprise is maybe coming to you. So that is kind of what I'm feeling for you, Libra. I'm putting your cards back, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. Now we're gonna get into Scorpio. I don't read reversals. We have the Six of Pentacles and the King of Wands. I feel, Scorpio, like you have been very generous lately. When you look at the Six of Pentacles, this person is handing out presents, and maybe that has been you lately. Maybe you have been very generous. Maybe you have been too generous, if that is something that you can relate to right now, with your love, with your money, with your presence, with your whatever. You have been maybe feeling very, or you have been very generous and helpful towards people. And maybe you haven't, maybe you have, but maybe you haven't felt enough thank you for that. It could also mean you have been very generous with your knowledge, or with power almost, because when we look at the King of Wands, it's also about power and being charming and creating. This King of Wands is a very bold leader, and what I see in these cards is that you are not only a very bold and good leader, very powerful, but also very generous and very giving. And I think the kind of thing that I want to say is, try to not, I don't know why I want to say overwork yourself, but try to not overwork yourself. Try to not be over generous with your time and your money and yourself, that it takes away from you in your own life. Maybe that is the kind of warning that you need to hear right now. In the Six of Pentacles, I also see tolerance. So either you have been very tolerant towards people who don't deserve it, or knowing you, Scorpio, and I'm a Scorpio rising myself, maybe you need to be more tolerant towards certain people, because they are also people, and maybe you need to be a little bit more generous with your tolerance towards people. I know it's very easy to say that people suck, because I say that almost on a daily basis, but people are still people, and people still have emotions and can still feel things. And I think it's good to be maybe a little bit more tolerant towards other people. But I want to say you're doing very well so far. This reading for you, Scorpio, isn't anything really extreme. I do want to pull a card from the Black Moon Astrology deck for you to maybe get a little bit more insight. And it's about the element of air. And I want to say that if there is something that you have been thinking about, I want to say to you, put some real thought into it before you choose to go on with it. I know that with being like with the King of Wands, the wands are associated with fire, and it's all about go, go, go. But with the air element, I want to say, think it over first, put some mental effort into it before you put all of your talk into action. I feel like air, the element of air, is also very much associated with being logical. So if there is something that you have been wanting to do, try and do the logical, intelligent thing, and not the sort of impulsive thing, is what I want to say. So that is the reason that the reading that I have for you, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed it. We're gonna go into Sagittarius, and we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, which is funny because the Wheel of Fortune is associated with the planet of Jupiter in astrology, which rules the sign of Sagittarius. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is usually talking about new money, new trust, I would say. So if you have been in a bad place financially, I want to say that it's all going to work out, that there will be new money. I don't want to say handed to you, because I feel like you will be working hard for it, but there may be new money coming in, but also just a lot of possibilities. So maybe there will be new possibilities I don't want to say handed to you, because I don't get the feeling that things are being handed to you. You have worked very hard to be where you are right now, and it's gonna reward itself. You're gonna have new possibilities, which will probably mean more new money. Yeah, I think it also is also saying that you should live your life. Don't get distracted with the bad things going on in your life. Live your life and let good things come to you. Maybe there are some things in your life right now that aren't going so well, but I see a very positive reading right here. We also have the Wheel of Fortune, which is all about change and destiny. And I feel like things are going to change for you if you're currently in a situation that is not extremely favorable to you in your mind. Things are going to change. You're going to hit a turning point. And I feel like karma, if you have been a good person, karma is gonna have your back, and good things are gonna happen to you. So I feel like that is a very positive reading for you, Sagittarius. There are gonna be new possibilities for you. You have worked hard to be where you are right now, and things are gonna work out for you. I really feel that. I feel like you have been, most of you have been a good person, and things are gonna turn out the way you deserve them to be. And we have, I'm pulling the card Chiron, which is about healing. And I feel like maybe you have been going through a lot, and you need to take time for yourself to do some healing. Maybe there are some things in your life that you're going through right now, and I feel like you must heal before you are able to deal with everything that is gonna happen for you. Even though the things that are gonna be happening to you are mostly positive, I think that you should go do some self-care, honestly. Try and put things into perspective. If you have been putting things into almost like a negative perspective, try to see things a little bit differently. Kind of see this as your redemption card, that even though tough things have been happening to you in your life, things are gonna work out for you. That is the reading that I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope you find it helpful and inspiring. And I'm gonna go to the reading of Capricorn. We have the Strength card and the King of Pentacles. I feel like if Capricorn, the sign of Capricorn, is any card in the tarot besides the one that it is actually from the major arcana, I would say it's the King of Pentacles if you look at him right there. But in the Strength, and I know that Capricorn are known for being hard workers, and I would say the Strength card is telling me that either you have a lot of self-confidence right now because you have been working hard and you deserve all of that self-confidence that you're having, or maybe you are lacking it and you need to work up some more self-confidence because you deserve it. You are a hardworking person. You are somebody that others can depend on, and now you need to be able to depend on yourself. Be strong for yourself. Practice some self-love. I could say that for all of the readings here, but I want to say it for you too, Capricorn. You are usually so busy with maybe what other people think of you or your own reputation, and I want to say, think of yourself, be strong for yourself, to be somebody that you yourself can depend on. And the King of Pentacles is all about responsibility and hard work. And you know, as a Capricorn, you know what responsibility is. You know what hard work is. You are literally the king of hard work and responsibility. You have a drive. You want to succeed. And in these cards, I see that for you. That is the message that you need to hear right now. You need to be strong for yourself as well. Don't just be the person that other people can depend on, but be your own king. Be the person that you can depend on for yourself. And I see success is what I see for you in these cards. I think this is a very positive reading. I'm gonna pull a card from my Black Moon Oracle deck to see what else we have going on for you. And this is the card of the second house, which is owning. It is about your values, the things that it is that you value. So maybe you have been selling yourself short. Maybe there are some things that you had to do, maybe for your work or maybe for something else that don't align with your own values. I think it's always important to always stick to your own values and do the things that you believe are genuinely good. But it's also about your actual physical possessions. And I think this card, together with the Strength and the King of Pentacles, means that you don't have to worry about money, that you don't have to worry about your physical possessions. That is all, it's all gonna be fine. Maybe it even means that you're gonna get your hands on even more money. Who knows? So that is the reading that I have for you, Capricorn. Thank you for watching. And now we're gonna go into Aquarius. Of course. I only had, for all of the other signs, I only had positive, inspirational readings. And for you, Aquarius, you rebels, you always want to be different, I get the Death card and the Five of Swords. It doesn't have to be negative, because what I always see with death, with a Death card, it's rebirth. Something has to close so something else can open and something else can start. Maybe you are gonna go through a transformation that can be literally like physically a transformation. It could also be maybe mentally, maybe you have been working on yourself, maybe you have been working on spiritual practices that are gonna transform you. But what I feel with the Death card is something ends so something else can begin. And I think that is this card kind of tells you that this is some sort of transition time. It's time to move on from something that has been holding you back, and it's time to start over. And the Five of Swords here is talking about deception almost. Maybe there is someone who has been deceiving you, someone who you feel maybe it was even lying to you, and you need to cut them off. You need to start over. You don't need this toxicity in your life. You don't need these toxic people in your life who only are interested in themselves. In this card, maybe this is you, the person who has lost all their stuff, and here is the person that deceived you, that is holding all your, in this case, all your swords, and you are being here sad in the corner. But you could also just walk away. I don't know how I want to say this, because what I feel is you can either wallow maybe in self-pity and be sad that you were deceived. You were deceived. Or you can leave the situation and choose yourself and go and start something new within yourself first, I want to say. I always want to say, pick yourself first. I feel like you maybe are angry about something, about the person that deceived you, but I want to say, honestly, move on. They are not worth it. Go pick yourself and go start over. Go into, just move on is what I want to say. And then I want to pull a card from my Black Moon Astrology deck. Oh, and I got this one, the solar eclipse, which is revolution. It is time for something different. You have been doing things the same way over and over again, and things are not going to change if you do not change yourself. You know that stupid saying that everybody always says, what is it, like, we expect something to change even though we know, what is it, we keep doing the same things but expect a different outcome. Maybe that is you right now, you Aquarius. But something needs to change. You need to do things differently, so this doesn't constantly happen. So you don't constantly have to move on to something new, to someone new. You have to want to change. You have to change if you want your situation to change. So this is the reading that I have for you, Aquarius. I hope it resonated with you. Let me know in the comments. And yeah, let's go to the last reading. It is really dark right now, but it is for Pisces, and I have the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Wands. So Pisces, I want to look at the Queen of Cups first, because it could mean a couple of things. It could mean that you have been caring and nurturing and supporting somebody else. And it could also mean that somebody else is trying to support you. Maybe you are going through something and there's somebody who wants to reach out to you, who wants to support you. And in a Seven of Wands, I kind of feel like I see that you don't want them to. You are putting up your defenses. You are trying to not let anybody in right now. But I see that the Queen of Cups means well. I mean, she's the Queen of Cups. She means well, and maybe you need to lower your defenses a little bit, and maybe you need to let this person in, or at least hear what they have to say, because they are here to help you. It could also mean that you are trying to help somebody else, but they are putting their defenses up. And I know that can be really hard when you genuinely just want to help somebody, but if they keep their defenses up, maybe you should lay low a little bit and wait until they are ready to receive your support and ready to hear what you have to say, ready to be helped by you, is what I feel like I want to say. I feel like that was a very quick reading for Pisces, but that is kind of what I feel like. Somebody is trying to reach out and be helpful, and somebody is putting up their defenses, and I don't know which one of these is you. Could be either one of those. But let's see what else I can get for you with the Black Moon Astrology deck. We have Neptune. Neptune is actually the planet that rules over Pisces in modern astrology. So I think that is interesting. It is the planet of mystery and illusion, and it can represent our dream life. I feel like this could mean a couple of things. It could mean that you need to put more effort into your spirituality, because I feel like Pisces is a very spiritual sign, and maybe you haven't been doing enough spiritual practices that you're gonna have to that I think is important that you start. But I think it's also important to look at the kind of ideals and goals that you have. Maybe, I don't want to say reassess, but make sure that you are on the right path with that. So if there is something that you have been wanting to do in your life, maybe you have gone off of that path for a little bit, and I think it's important to look at what it is that you want to do. I know Pisces can get distracted really easily, so maybe you have been distracted and it's time for you to pick back up, and maybe that is something that you need to hear right now. So that was my reading for Pisces. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you related to your reading at all, and I hope to see you next time.